Hey everyone, Alex and Gio from RaddTitan.
Yo.
And you got Gary over there, and you got Thor in the background.
Hey, man.
James. So.
And we're at Thor's abode. So, as you can see, lots of beautiful stuff everywhere. We're going to club him later with brownies, and then we're going to steal his shit.
So today, what we're going to go through is we're going to go through the Arkham Knight Batman. I've just got this delivered to my house, but I literally took it out. I looked it over and I basically put it back in because I've got nowhere to put it at the moment. So we're going to go through the Arkham Knight Batman and we'll let you know what we think, so keep watching.
Peace.
Warning, the following video is rated RT and contains scenes of real men reviewing collectibles. RaddTitan cannot be held responsible for any viewers who act in the same manner or will not be liable for viewers spending their money after screening these reviews. I recommend they like, comment, subscribe and share. The following video contains British accents where available.
Let's get it. Let's see what the crack.
Right everyone, so we're back. We're just going to go over the Arkham Knight box for the Batman. And all I've got to say is basically this box is done really well. The packaging is really tight for the size of the piece.
It's not a very big box, is it, to be honest?
What did really surprise me was, considering the box isn't that big and the weight isn't that much, is how much fucking Sideshow charged to get it to me. It was $105 when every other piece has been
$40?
$40.
Yeah.
Possibly Hulk was a little bit more. But
I paid 40 for mine. I paid 40 for Red Hulk.
For some reason, this is 150% more in shipping.
Well, I guess distribution rights means they are getting a larger cut of it, maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe that's because it's Prime 1, they're not getting the deals. I don't really know. But anyway, it is packaged really well. It's 1/3 scale and it fits in a box. It's probably smaller than the actual Sideshow Batman box.
Yeah, that's a good shout. It could be roughly the same size.
So you've got the artwork here. So you've got the game artwork here.
This is the exclusive, yes?
Yeah, this is the exclusive. What actually happens is, with these pieces, Prime 1 actually have the 3D renderings of the pieces, and then they use those to actually just to print off the actual piece. So there's no sculpting as such. They've just probably tweaked it a little bit here and there, but that's what people's kind of interested in when they're going to go on to the Marvel pieces. That's the first
when they don't have that information available,
that's the first time they don't have them available, because I mean, obviously with the Turtles, they've got all the stuff there, the designs for those. So basically, yeah, not much going on in the box really.
Okay, what's all that? Toilet reading.
That's in Japanese, so I can't read that.
Fuck's sake, what were you doing at school, man? For Christ's sake, when you should have been learning.
First thing I saw is never use any highly volatile liquids such as benzene and thinners or alcohol.
So don't drink and unbox this then.
Well, let's talk about
What's the numbers?
So, number-wise, and it's not on the bottom of the box. So let's scrap that one. I'll number here. So this is the
right.
0525 of 1000, and this is the MMDC. So this is Mixed Media DC01 exclusive. That stands for MMDC-1EX. So this is a run of 1000, and then the regular is 2000. So, and this is on waitlist at the moment. So, do you want to move on to the piece?
Yo, so we're at James's house. We're at Thor's, vault, so to speak, with the hammers everywhere and everything. And we're carrying on with this Prime 1 Studios Arkham Batman now. This is the first time I've seen it in hand, so I'm going to be objective about everything that we see. So these are all the bits and pieces you get with it. As you can see, it's quite a size. It's a Space Invader, that's for sure. This is a bit of a beast. There's no doubt. And we're going to obviously weigh it and we'll measure it and such. But yeah, I mean, I've got to say, first off the bat, it's got a lot of presence. This piece, there's no question about it. But there are elements to it. I'm quite surprised because when I was speaking to Alex and Alex unboxed it, his first message to me says, there's something about it that's a little toy-like.
Yeah, I mean, I unboxed mine the other day and it actually looks quite good on camera. It doesn't look as flat on camera, but the paint looks quite flat in parts. And the kind of shoulder parts.
As far as I remember in the game, though, this is quite shiny. This part, it's quite like a Kevlar reflective sort of kit where it does look a little bit duller than the game.
Yeah, but I mean the chest and the shoulder pieces, I think, look a bit plasticky on these.
These parts.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Thor has a little bit of an issue with his one because this one isn't sitting particularly flush, and he's had a lot of messing around to get it right. But there's a little bit of a fit issue there. There's no doubt about it. I think the face is fantastic though, dude.
Also, a lot of people have got the issues with the neck part as well that comes off.
The clip that basically holds the cape in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
No, I've got to say, listen, you've got, let's scope out the pieces, start at the base, let's work our way up, and let's start looking at what's great, what's good, what's bad, what could be done better.
okay, so we can see from the bottom, you can see the top of the building, you can see the little gargoyle there, that actually comes out.
That you didn't know was a magnet, right?
No, well, my one's not very strong.
You can see these are magnetized. There is, that's me trying to sort of pull it, and it's not happening. There's no way in hell that's coming out of there without me actually giving it a bit.
My one weren't that strong, honestly.
Really.
But then you've got the top there. You've got sort of detailing on the corner of the building, and then kind of working your way up to the boots. I think the
base is really nice.
The roof is done really well.
Very nice.
Looks really nice. Weathered really well.
You said that yours has got a little bit more of a gold effect. This is a little bit more brass, no?
I think mine does look a bit golder. Then you got the sort of brickwork on there with the boots.
And that's a good differentiating colour, isn't it? That this is not the same, which is nice. This has got a little bit of a shine to it, and it's a little bit lighter in the brickwork than it is the top, which makes a little bit of a difference.
But then not working your way up, so you got the sort of legs there.
Yeah.
And you got the sort of difference where you got the kind of pieces here where
Panelling.
Yeah, panelling. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got that there. You also got the grappling hook.
I've seen a few bent ones of these. Joseph's one statue review was it him who had a bent one? Somebody had a bent one.
Yeah.
Was it a statue review? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a little bit of but again, hairdryer job straightens it right out, doesn't it? It's amazing. You never think you're going to use your wife's hairdryer, and when you do, she catches you with your statues. You're going like, this isn't weird. What's weird about this? This is perfectly normal.
It's not what it looks like.
It's not what it looks like.
I've used mine on the cold setting to clear all the dust off, to be honest. But and then you got the sort of detailing on
what
the gloves.
What do you think about this belt parts? Because I mean, I've got to be honest. I've heard a lot of comments and people talking about flawless paint. I can't see anything flawless in this paint. I'm sorry. I don't. No, I don't know. I think this is. I can see brush strokes all across here. I can see brush strokes there. I can see, parts of this part over the top here. It looks a bit heavy and thick. I wouldn't use flawless to describe the paint job on this piece.
I think it's very good. I think the paint job's very good.
The paint job's good, but flawless? Would you say it's flawless? Would you say there's not areas that could be done better or neater or sharper?
Well, I definitely think the chest panel could be better there.
This part of it. It's funny because that's the part I like.
But then the other side as well is, I think the you get 3 switch outs for for his right hand, and then the left hand is actually is fixed in,
locked. Yeah.
So that's still there. The best part, I think, is the face. I think the face is done really well, and the sort of peaks on the top of the cowl as well. The ears are done really well.
Yeah.
They're really pronounced.
But the cape as well. The cape is
the
cape's really high quality, very thick. You're very strong wires that are in this.
It's very poseable, very good that way. So then you work your way down the cape.
Yeah.
So you got that.
But the cape actually brings something to the colour scheme of the paint job. Do you not think? With that shiny, slick black, actually brings it away from the sort of matty, dull, silvery parts, the grey parts. I do personally. I just would have liked to have seen a little bit more shine on some of these greys.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. A little bit more of a glisten in it, because it does have it's dull in places.
Yeah. What do you want to show the batarangs?
Yeah. Well, obviously you get this, which is really actually quite heavy.
Yep.
This is not for. It actually comes with one that says this is not a display batarang for obvious reasons, because it is actually. It feels like it's real metal.
Thank you. Just stabbed me in the hand with it.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Cock bag.
And then obviously you've got the one that actually fits into the Dark Knight's hand himself. So
you could actually frisbee that at someone's head.
Yeah, please don't. I don't think Thor's quite a big guy. I really don't want to have to protect you any more than I have to. So which is quite strange actually. Which is quite an interesting part. I felt that they didn't actually make 2 changeable hands.
Yeah.
It's quite strange that this is locked and you've got 3 hands where you could have had. Both of these hands coming off and had a multiple display. You could have the batarang in this hand, and I think that's a bit of short-sightedness. I think that would have been a better idea, because how how many hands can you display at once? I mean, 2 is the max. Because obviously, if one's fixed, that leaves you in a lot of trouble. And
I didn't even know.
It's quite similar. Look.
I actually didn't even know you could. You got 2 batarangs until I opened my box.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you don't watch reviews, do you? Because you don't.
No, well, I don't watch the reviews until if I know something's on its way, I won't watch the review.
You don't
until
want to
I
be
get
in.
I don't want to
be biased.
I want to be.
I don't want to mess around with this too much, but that's pretty much, it slips in and he holds it like so. Okay.
Cool.
So I don't want to do it because I watched Statue review and when he did it, it fell off
dropped,
and then dropped and then dropped again and
you choked on your cornflakes or whatever.
I bit the spoon. I had a metal spoon. I was eating cereal and I had a metal spoon in my mouth and I bit it. I bit right into it. And literally, I felt my teeth crunch. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm not eating and watching this stuff anymore." So talk.
What do you think about? I mean, considering it's the first piece in this line, do you think it's a good place for them to start? Do you think it's a good start for this line? I mean, because obviously it's only going to get better.
All right.
And,
all right.
I mean, I think people are too generous with giving it. I've seen people saying this is 9.9 out of 10 and 9.5 out of 10.
Listen,
I think it's
subjectivity.
Yeah.
Man. Everybody's entitled to their
I think
opinion.
in my opinion, I think it's a very, very good piece. I think it looks very good.
What would you score it
if you're a fan of the game, I definitely recommend it. But personally, I just think there's
This is £1,000 to your door.
Yeah, there's just something about it that, and parts of it it's just like a toy element to it. I can't explain it.
Try to, because you're making that statement. Justify yourself, dagnammit. Tell me why it's a toy.
I think it's just like, as I say, the way that these bits look here. It's like
this part, plastic.
Plasticky part around there.
The top of the chest and
as
shoulders.
I say, I mean, this part's done really well, the face and that, but just that kind of section across the top, which is a sort of heavily focused piece as well. That's like the main
because it's the
point.
shine, isn't it? It breaks up the matte colour.
I mean, I think the belt's done very good.
I think the paint
I think the belt could have been. I think it could be better, but I think it's done. I think it's done very well.
Can you not see those brush strokes in there and in there and in there and in there and in there? You not see where somebody's put. You can clearly see it. Can you not see it?
Yeah, but I still think it's done very well.
Yeah,
I still think it's very good. I mean, it's hand painted. That's what you're going to get. You're not going to.
Yeah, but you really for such a big piece, you really do not want to really be seeing that. Ideally,
stop waving your hand in front of the camera because you're making it blur.
I think, to be honest with you, I think I actually really like the base quite a lot, and I like the figure from here. I like the face. I think is beautifully done, and it is spot on likeness to the game. 10 out of 10 likeness for what it looks like in the game. And there isn't an argument where you're going to have to agree with, which is, let's have a little spin at it. There is an argument which is, you can't really blame the piece for the actual kit that he's wearing, because that's what he wears.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And it is a kind of a simplistic, look that he has in the first game. But the thing is that I do agree with James in a way that there is a lot more shine in the game to the silver, to the grey areas, and I think that should have been added.
Yeah.
I think that should have been painted in. He spends a lot of the game in the rain with it being wet, and I think that they could have done that.
Take your eye out, man.
But there are really some exceptionally strong elements to this piece. Really some strong elements, and I think we
started off quite harsh with it. I think we started off quite in the deep end, and then
probably so. But you know what happens when you see these things? I mean, the battle damage on it and the scratches are really decent across, the armoured parts. But there are elements that differ. It's not a flawless paint job for me.
Yeah.
I can't agree to that. I won't.
I'm sure in the game as well. Doesn't he start getting slash marks in his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets slash marks on it, but it's at what point in the game do you want it to be?
Yeah.
What do you think? If you had to score this out of 10, would you give it? Which we never do, but if you had to, what would you say?
I don't really like doing that, but because as I say, it's so subjective.
You've invested in it. You've bought it, so your opinion is.
Well, considering it's the first piece,
it's a great start.
It takes away
it's a good start. It's a good start.
It takes away from it quite badly because I haven't got the space, but it's the first piece I basically took out of the box and put straight back in. There's an element of that because I'm a bit worried about damaging it because I haven't got the space, but. I don't think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it until Deathstroke comes, and that was also the reason I bought it, was because I bought Deathstroke.
Yes, I understand.
And then I went back to get Batman to go with Deathstroke.
Yes.
So
personally,
that's the reason why I went back, and I do actually wish I went for Noel as well.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of people out there.
Also, you hear Gary Gasp in the background.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what? It's filmed in front of a live studio audience, people. I think if people out there have bought the Batman Beyond and people out there have bought the Knoll instead of this one, I think they will probably be sleeping a little easier because I don't think this is perfect. I think if I had to score it, I would probably give it about an 8, probably an 8.5. I think that's what I would score it if I was to score it out of anything. I think there is an overwhelming flatness to it that I can't escape. That when I look at it, I just think it could be just a little bit better of a paint job, personally.
Well, anyway, grab the beer, grab the tape measure, grab the whatever else, the scales.
You still get out of not scoring it, don't you? You still literally escape not scoring damn bits, even though it's yours. All right, so look, let's just put that there. And this gives you, just shows you what type of a Space Invader we're talking about here. That is an absolute monster of a piece.
Yeah. I think it's quite deep as well. That was the other side of it. It's quite tall.
But it's not deep conventionally, like from this way, is it? It's sort of like at an angle too. Yeah. So it's deep and wide. You ready?
Yep.
Height-wise?
It's 33, I think, on the box.
Let's have a see. Let's see if Prime One got it. Okay. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's about 33.
I would agree with you. I think you're very, very close to being 33. Maybe 33 and a half, to be honest. Okay. Then what this is the wide. That's how far back that goes, and this is how far out it
They
comes.
say 17 deep. I think they do.
Yeah, I think 17 gives you a fair amount of clearance actually from this, but then again, there's probably a little element that's this sticks out at the back here, just a touch. So yeah, I would say 17 is about right.
Cool. Are we going to weigh it?
Yeah, we're going to use Thor's power, and we'll weigh the piece.
The mighty.
We'll definitely try.
Okay, we've got the scales up.
Are you ready?
Do you want to move the hands out of the way then?
Well, it just needs to be up, and I'll slide this under.
Yeah, but just so that you know.
Move it to where? Over this side?
Just anywhere out of the way, really.
Just nobody sit down, but Christ. Ooh, come on. All right, big
Cock
man,
shot.
Ready, here we go. So, oh Christ, you scared the crap out of me. I've got 4 on there anyway, so let's have a look. You got it? Just steady it, and then we'll get through the weight. That's it. So we're talking about 11.2 kilos. So
that's 11.3.
For about. And straight down, James. Well done, brother. Maybe them biceps would come in handy. Right, so that's actually a good weight.
That is a good weight.
11.2. I've heard some people talking about it maybe being a bit light, but
no.
Really for that sort of a size piece, it isn't actually too bad. Oh, it's Thor that thinks it's like, well, he lifts, doesn't he?
Yeah, he lifts.
That's why he lifts, doesn't he?
Do you lift, bro? No. All right, so what we do is we'll end it there, and let us know what you think in the comments, guys. Let us know if you've got it. Let us know if you like it. Let us know if you're going to get any, if you're going to get any pieces in the Prime line.
And if you're doing an Alex and you've got the piece in, but you're not going to keep it, like he just dropped the bombshell live on this chat, on this review.
Yeah.
That he's probably going to be parting with his.
Well, I'm going to see what the Deathstroke looks like first, and then if the Deathstroke looks amazing, I'll possibly keep it or get the Knoll.
Yeah.
Or by that time, probably the Jim Lee one, or I don't know.
Or
the Dark Knight Returns, or...
I think for my first Prime 1 piece, I've got to say, I think a good score of a solid 8 is actually not a bad showing. So, I think there's room for improvement, and for a first night out, I think they've done well. So,
what is their first Batman piece?
It's the first piece I've seen, so I'm going to judge it on the first piece I've seen.
Okay.
And I wanted to see a turtle because they're meant to be great too.
Yeah.
One day.
One day, one step at a time.
Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and leave us a comment, man. If you, if you love it, tell us why. Peace.